Collecting books with Danny the Puppet.
Hi, Danny the Puppet here. So usually in these videos I try not to be critical. I talk about new products coming out, talk about my thoughts on different things. But today we're going to talk about Justice for Bumblebee. That's right, Justice for Bumblebee. As many of you know, in the new comic book from, not new now, it's like 20-some issues in, but in the Transformers comic book from Skybound, and it's a good comic, don't get me wrong. I love the whole Energon universe. Void Rivals is great. Loving G.I. Joe, which is now becoming a backdoor Transformer comic too. But in the first issue of the Transformers comic by Daniel Warren Johnson, they killed Bumblebee. I wasn't happy about that. They shot him in the head and blew him up. Now, I've been watching this comic and it looks like, hey, you get enough Energon, you can repair almost anything. And maybe Bumblebee will be repaired. But Daniel Warren Johnson, off in the letter page, says, no, Bumblebee's gone. I'm tired of Bumblebee. I got rid of Bumblebee. My biggest problem with this is he cannot write Cliff Jumper as a different character. Every story comes off as a red Bumblebee. The preview issue even has I almost called him Bumblebee, has Cliff Jumper talking about how he's small and people underestimate him. That is not Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper is tough. Cliff Jumper is rough. Cliff Jumper is trouble. That is not Cliff Jumper they're writing. They're writing him as Bumblebee. Yes, I know somebody said that, hey, all sorts of Transformers have friendships with humans. That's true. But Bumblebee is usually that entry character. I like Bumblebee, okay? Bumblebee is my favorite Transformer. He will always be my favorite Transformer. I have shelves and shelves of Bumblebee figures. And I know some people get sick of him, but you know what? For me, he's my favorite character. I don't know what it was. When I was a kid, I was the second youngest of 5 boys, and I just found Bumblebee relatable. He was that little courageous, loyal Transformer, always there, always willing to do what needed to be done, willing to help out. And again, he was courageous. He was brave, despite of his size. People underestimated him. I like that he's become popular in recent years because he's been my favorite character since 1984. I wish I still had my original Bumblebee Transformer. I have all the other ones from when I was a kid. I have Goldbug. I have my Action Master Bumblebee. I have my Pretender Bumblebee. But my original one is sadly long gone. He was played with until he broke, I think. But I want justice for Bumblebee. Bumblebee needs to come back in the Transformers comic. He doesn't have to be a major character or major focus. I get trying to focus on different characters. I'm loving that Beachcombers come in center stage in this story. But Bumblebee needs to come back. He needs to be there. He needs to not be dead. So, I know a new writer's taking over soon. Will he bring Bumblebee back? I don't even want him back as Goldbug. Bring him back as Bumblebee. Come on. They did that in the comic, too. The original Marvel comic. Brought him back as Goldbug for a while, and Ratchet says, I just prefer Bumblebee better, and rebuilt him as Bumblebee. Come on, guys. Bumblebee. He needs to come back. Justice for Bumblebee. No more being dead in Skybound comics. Oh, well. That's all I have for this week in Collecting Bots. I'll see you next week where we're going to talk about blokies or blockies. I'm not sure how to call them. Can someone help me with that? Talk to you later. Bye.